Hey guys, Laura Sue here with LS Training. I am a personal trainer and nutrition coach here in Seattle, Washington. Today I'm going to be giving you part one of a two-part video series all about building muscles. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So part one of this video series is going to be focusing mostly on the nutrition behind building muscle. Training is one aspect, but to get the results from training, we need to be repairing and refueling our bodies in order to create what we call an anabolic environment. So an anabolic environment is basically the opposite of a catabolic environment. Catabolic means breaking down. Anabolic is building up. You've probably heard the word anabolic when describing steroids or supplements or anything like that. You want to create an environment in your body where your body can build and grow. So the way to do this is to obviously be training in a certain way to induce muscle growth, but you also need to be eating. So by eating, I mean you need to be on a calorie surplus. You need to be consuming more calories than your body is burning. You need to be in a positive energy balance. It's the opposite of trying to lose fat. Since we're trying to build muscle, we want to take those calories and put them into the muscle that we're trying to get. So how many extra calories should you be eating a day? Well, start small. Don't go crazy. You don't want to feel like you're so stuffed that you can't train with the appropriate intensity to induce muscle growth. So I recommend people start off with just an extra 250 calories a day every day for a week, and just increase that calorie surplus per day gradually until you get to around 500 to 700 calories a day, extra calories. It takes 2,800 calories, about 2,800 calories to build just 1 pound of muscle. So just keep that in mind when you're going on that muscle building journey, exactly how many extra calories does it take, along with appropriate training, to be seeing results in terms of muscle growth. So obviously calories are made of macronutrients. Our macronutrients are carbs, fats, and proteins. So how much of each should we be getting? In other words, what should your macro split be? So carbohydrates are just a really easy source of calories. They're easy to ingest. We all know what carbs are. Bread, grains, fruits, vegetables are all very easy to ingest and don't take up a lot of space in our stomach necessarily. So it can be easy to get your extra calories in through carbohydrates. But we are also trying to build muscle, and building muscle requires protein. Protein is essentially the building blocks of all the tissues in your body, and it's really important to help repair those muscles, especially after we train for muscle growth. So the general recommendation is 1.6 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight of protein per day. So for me, as I'm about 52 kg, I'm probably a little bit heavier than that, but I compete in the 52 kg weight class. For me, as a 52 kilogram female, I would need 104 grams of protein per day. A really easy to use and common tactic that I use with my clients to make sure they're getting enough of each macronutrient throughout the day is I use hand portions. So hand portions are great because they're portable, they're easy to use, and they're consistent size. We don't typically see adults growing, so it's not like our hands are going to get bigger as we grow, because we're not getting any taller, bone structure isn't really changing. So a serving of protein is 1 palm, so just take the size of your palm right there, and then that is 1 serving of protein for an average adult. And there are about 20 to 30 grams of protein in each palm-sized portion. So if I needed 104 grams of protein per day, I would need 4 to 5 palms of protein per day. That comes to about 1 to 2 palms of protein per meal, which when you break it down into 3 or 4 meals isn't really a whole bunch. It's just about 1 to 2 servings of protein per meal. So where can you get protein and protein sources and protein powders and BCAAs and all this crazy stuff? So people often ask me about supplements, protein powders especially, when they're trying to build muscle. You should be able to get most of your protein from eating real foods like chicken, beef, pork. If you do not eat animal sources or just prefer not to, beans, tofu, quinoa, and brown rice have higher sources of protein than other non-animal sources do. Disclaimer though, the protein from animals is higher quality than proteins from non-animal sources, so just keep that in mind. And you can certainly be using protein powder to get your daily recommended amount of protein if needed. So I usually recommend that if someone is like a vegan or vegetarian and isn't getting their protein in from their diet, protein powder is simply a supplement to help support whatever diet you're on in order so you can get enough protein to build and induce that muscle. And speaking of supplements, so I am not a registered dietitian or a nutritionist or anything like that. I am a nutrition coach. I've been certified by Precision Nutrition, so I do have the authority, especially in Washington State at least, to make nutrition recommendations. I am not certified to make any sort of recommendations to help treat any sort of metabolic disease or anything like that, but I do have general knowledge on, protein, amino acids, supplements, and all that. So when people ask me about supplements, one thing that comes up is BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. Are they necessary? A lot of current research and literature really says no. You can be getting all the amino acids that you need, your essential amino acids, through your diet, especially if you're not a vegan or a vegetarian. You should be able to get all the protein you need through eggs, meat, fish, poultry, all that kind of stuff. So to summarize, we want to be creating what we call an anabolic environment in our body. So the biggest thing that we need for muscle growth is a calorie surplus. Whenever we want to gain weight, whether it be muscle or fat, there always needs to be some sort of calorie surplus. You just need to simply be eating more. And then when we get to the nitty-gritty of it, we do need protein to help refuel those muscles. We need carbohydrates to replenish our body's energy stores. So when it comes to supplementation, however, remember, supplements don't give your body energy. They're not a source of calories unless they're a protein powder. So you want to make sure that you're really filling your diet primarily through whole, real food. So that is it for part 1 of how to build muscle. In part 2, I will be going over training recommendations to induce muscle hypertrophy and growth. So that is it for this video, guys. Again, my name is Laura. Please go ahead, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like this video. It helps me out a lot and it keeps you updated on my latest videos. Go ahead, throw in the comments down below what you'd like to see next. I'm always looking for new ideas on what sort of video to make. I myself, a little bit about me, my background, I am a strength coach, powerlifter, nutrition coach, so anything within those categories I would love to make a video on to help answer your questions. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Little Laura Lifts. I'll put the link down below. I post a lot of great new fitness and nutrition tips on there. If you have any questions, please go ahead, email me. My email is laura@lstrain.net. That will also be in the description. So stay safe, stay healthy, stay active, guys, and I will see you in my next video.